Welcome to another podcast of Master Investor. Glad to be here again with another valuable talk on money, business, and investing, teaching you the business principles that work in all economies. Today's topic is going to be about how we can get wealthy fast. And it begins with working smart. My name is Jose. I'm the founder of the company, and our mission is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education. Made simple, we look at opportunities to build passive income and true wealth. There are two types of income that we can get from investing when we do it successfully. Number one, capital gains income. Number two, passive income, or also known as positive cash flow. The most important words in the business language are cash flow, because it comes down to the bottom line, which is cash flow. And when we are studying an investment, we want to determine our decisions based on facts, which comes down to cash flow, comes down to what is the passive income of that investment. We don't want to base our return on investment with capital gains, because those are future events that may never happen. And so when we study an investment or a business that we are going to invest in, we need to gather the facts of that business. So if we're looking at a commercial real estate property, we need to be able to read the financial statements of that property for the past 10 years. We need to have the tax returns. We need to be able to see, after all expenses, taxes, maintenance of that property, how much is the bottom line. And then we can decide whether that particular investment is a sound investment or a toxic investment. A lot of times we can also find investments that are being mismanaged by the current owner, and we can study the financial statements and see how we can change the management of that investment to improve the bottom line. So there are always problems in investments that we can either address them, or maybe they are too difficult or too much money involved into fixing them. So we need to learn how to read financial statements, because that is the foundation of true wealth. Remember, we have 2 ebooks right now on our website: How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On, and the 10 New Rules of Money. You can find them on Amazon, but we suggest that you go straight to our website. I'm going to put the link in the description of this podcast. And I hope that you go invest in yourself, because the best investment that we can make is in ourselves, is in our education, which is financial education that we're talking about here. I believe that is the most important education that we can all have, because it's going to make us wealthier at the end of the day. But it's not just about the information that we put in ourselves. We always tell everyone here at Master Investor that once you have information that is valuable, you need to turn it into knowledge. And the only way to do that is by applying it into our lives, by putting it into practice. So when you learn something from our podcast, from our books, we want you to take action on that, because otherwise you're not going to have results at all. So it's not just about the mindset. We can have the best and the most adequate mindset to build wealth, but if we don't do what it takes to do and achieve wealth, then we're not going to have the results that we're looking for. So we need to work smart, no harder. So we need to understand leverage, control, how to build a company into a brand, which means that the company has intrinsic value and has financial integrity, meaning that the whole business is a system of systems fulfilling the mission of that business. Every business is created and built to solve a problem in the world. So my question is, do you have a business? How do you make your money today? Do you know what your financial statement looks like, your personal financial statement? And how is your asset column today? Do you have any assets that are producing you passive income or capital gains income? And if the answer is none, you have no assets on your asset column, then it's time for you to start investing in yourself. There are 5 different asset classes that exist that we can invest on. Businesses is one of them. The other one is real estate, crypto, commodities, and paper assets. So choose one asset class that you feel comfortable in compelled to learn more about it and begin to invest in it. So read something, turn that into knowledge, apply it into your life, invest. So if you're going to acquire the stock, make sure that it is a company that has longevity and that can also pay you dividends, because you're looking to build passive income, not just capital gains income. Capital gains income comes when we buy something at a certain price and we sell it for a higher price. What happens with capital gains income, it depends on which asset class we're talking about, but you're paying taxes on those gains. On the other hand, passive income, we can minimize taxes all the way to zero legally by using the tax code and the corporate laws into our advantage. Meaning that we are running our expenses through business expenses, which allows us to deduct taxes. And when we use debt, when we use a credit card or a loan, which we encourage everyone to do, to invest for assets, then we can literally pay zero in taxes, because debt is tax-free due to the fact that money is created with debt. And that happened after 1971 when President Nixon separated the gold standard from the US dollar. And why did we do that? And why did he did that back then? Because we were, and we still are, a country that imports more than exports. So if the dollar is attached to the gold and we are buying things from other countries, then we're giving our gold away. And we do not want to give that precious metal, because gold is real money. So after 1971, August 15, that's when he broke that agreement and separated the gold standard from the US dollar. From that point forward, money became monopoly money, fake money, fiat money, and just an idea backed up by confidence. And that year, it marks a very important year for all entrepreneurs and master investors, because we can actually become wealthy fast and with debt, because the new capitalism world that we live in is based on debt. It's based on understanding how to use other people's money, OPM, to become wealthy. And so we have to become creative. And if you have capital saved up because you've been working at a job for the past decades and you've been saving up your money, then you need to invest in your financial education, self-development, and begin to focus on your first asset. What is going to be your first asset? So you need to turn that saved money, that saved capital, into passive income or capital gains income. And you can only do that when we are equipped with the right information. And today we live in the information age. After 1989, that's when we shift from the industrial age to the information age. And from that point forward, everything is digital and everything is information now. And so information is keen, but not all information is great. So we can spend hours reading the wrong information or listening to the wrong people, and we don't get anywhere. So filter out information, understand the sources where you're getting your information, get mentors and coaches that can guide you to the path of life that you want to create. So having the right mindset is very important, but also taking massive action is even more important. But you need to take action with the right mindset. Otherwise, you're going to manifest and create things that are not good or not as good as you want them to be. So I want you to go to our website, read our ebooks, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet Turn Passive Income On. When you buy it from our website, you're going to have access, because we turned that book into a digital course. So you'll have access to videos, additional assets that will come with that book, meaning that you have a financial statement, for example, that is blank. You can download it straight to your Excel and fill it in and learn about your financial situation today and figure out how you're going to improve your bottom line, your cash flow, your investments. If you have nothing on your asset column, then you're going to know exactly when you fill it in, because you're going to have to write down all your expenses, the type of income that you're making today, your liabilities, if you have any. And majority of people, that's all they have, liabilities. And then those liabilities cost them a lot of money. So And you look at the expense column, they're paying for the liabilities, which the difference between an asset and liability in simple terms are an asset puts money into our pocket whenever we're not working, and we control those assets with our companies, and a liability takes money from us. It could be a nice experience. There's nothing wrong with having liabilities because it could be something that you want to do. Maybe it's a house that you want to live in, or maybe a car that you want to have. But before you go and acquire that liability with bad debt, because bad debt, basically we pay for it with our hard work and our capital. Good debt, on the other hand, makes us wealthy, and it gets paid with the assets, money that's coming in from the business that we are controlling. And so good debt goes hand to hand with assets, and bad debt goes hand to hand with liability. So the difference between an asset and liability is the main difference why the wealthy becomes wealthier and the poor becomes poorer. And that is because we understand that we first need to focus on our asset column before we acquire a liability. Once we have an asset, then that asset can pay for that liability, so we don't have to worry about paying for the liability's expense. And also we have investing as number one expense on our expense column. A lot of people, when you look at the expense column, all they have is bills that they're paying for other people and their liabilities that they possess. Okay, so focus on your financial education, invest in your self-development, is very important, and also take massive action. Turn all that information into knowledge. You have to do baby steps. Every day we can move forward a little more, and we can create the life that we want. That's why we're coming here on this podcast, and we're doing videos, and we're have ebooks coming out to help humanity become more aware about money, because we have the tools in front of us, and a lot of times we have assets that could be acquired very easily, but if you don't have the information and you don't understand how to do it, then you're going to miss on the opportunity to become wealthy fast. We don't need to take years. I mean, there is a fast lane to things. If you want to do the slow lane and you want to work at a job until you're 65 and you want to invest in fake assets and 401k, mutual funds, because they're not paying you any money right now. That's why they're called fake assets, right? So the difference between an asset and liability, again, an asset puts money into our pocket whenever we're not working. Even while we're sleeping, it puts money into our pocket because it's a system of systems. It's a business, it's an investment, and we can take ourselves out of that investment, and that investment still makes us money. That's a true asset. So it pays us money like every day, every month. And a liability takes money away from us. So if you're investing or you're putting money into a 401k, which is a fake asset, because if you're paying money every month out of your paycheck, it's not putting any money right now into your pocket. So it's a liability. If you withdraw the money, then it can turn into an asset, which is capital gains income. But by the time you retire at 65, that mutual fund, that 401k might be drained out. It might not have any good capital gains to begin with. And so you're going to wait till you're 65 to enjoy your life. You can actually jump on the fast lane, build your own business, partner up with other businesses, build your own network, and begin to cash flow and use debt as leverage, so you can actually learn how to speak the language of the wealthy, approach banks, private investors, put a deal together, put the time to put the deal together, and money will find us, or we will find money, because money is always around us. There's always money looking for new deals, so that money can multiply in those deals. So when we have a good deal, people stop looking at us. They start looking at that deal itself, because that's where the money is going to be working. So the job number one of an entrepreneur is to raise capital, and the job number one of a master investor is to make money work hard. Using debt, right? Using OPM, other people's money, and understanding how to use OPT, other people's time, because we need to delegate. We need to be able to get out of the deal, be able to have the ability to, once that deal is done, that deal is giving us positive cash flow, then we can do something else. We don't have to be inside that deal working as an employee of that investment to make the money. Okay, we don't want to create a job. We want to create jobs for other people, right? We want to offer jobs for other people. That's why we like to delegate. And so as a master investor, we are generalist. We know a little bit about everything. We're not specialists. So understand which role you want to play in life. And when it comes to building wealth, we can actually become wealthy fast, because there is a fast lane. But if you want to go the slow lane and you want to wait till you're 65 and work for the next years, saving money and dumping that money into mutual funds that you have no control over them, then everybody has a choice to do what they want. But if you truly want to create total freedom and have wealth, then you need to understand the new rules of money, understand how to start building your own company, how to start bringing your ideas into fruition and turn that into a real business that is serving a solution to the people that want that solution. They have a problem and we know how to put that in front of them successfully through a business so that they can solve that problem, and they can also refer other people that they know and they have also that problem that we're solving. So my question to you is, are you ready to become wealthy? Do you want to become wealthy? Do you want to know more about business? And can you take action right now? So go to our website. I'm going to put the link in the description. Make sure you get those 2 ebooks, okay? And download the financial statement that comes with the How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On ebook. You're also going to have a mutual agreement that comes with that book that you can use with any business owner. So when you meet people and you're building your network, you want to maybe send customers to that business owner that you met. But you need to have an agreement between your company and that business owner saying, for every person that I send to you, I want to have a percentage. A lot of people are leaving money on the table because they don't have an agreement in place. Okay? So with that being said, thank you for listening. I'll talk to you tomorrow. We're going to be doing this on a daily basis. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat box below, and make sure you reach out to us if you need help with starting your business, if you want to brainstorm an idea, if you want to do some marketing, if you want to get started building your asset column, then reach out to us and make sure you go get those ebooks. We're coming out with 3 more new ebooks in the next months. Stay tuned and make sure you visit our YouTube channel and also all social media platforms at Master Investor, and follow us over there. You have an investor inside of you. It's up to each of us how we want that investor to be, because we're dealing with money to the end of our lives. Okay, we have to use money to buy things, to eat, to do things. So money is the most important thing, together with oxygen and health. So once we master money and we don't let money be the boss of us, if we actually make money our slave because we tell money what to do, then we are in a position where we can actually do the things that we're here to do. Everyone has a purpose, but we need to focus on mastering how to make money work hard for us, because once we do that, we don't have to work at jobs that we don't like. And a lot of people you see out there are jobs that are making them sick, making them mad and angry because they don't like to do that. It goes against to their values, and it goes against of who they are as a person. They have a purpose, they have a dream, or they have many purposes or dreams, right? They have many passions, but they're not doing that because they're working hard at a job that they don't like. So if you want to skip the rat race, if you want to build true wealth fast, then you need to subscribe to this podcast and invest in your financial education, but also take massive action, okay? Because that's how you turn information into knowledge, by applying it into our lives. Okay? So turn that investor inside of us into a master investor. That's why our brand is called Master Investor, because we are more than an investment management company. We invest in real estate and different asset classes, and then at the same time we're helping humanity become more aware to how money works and how we can build wealth successfully like the wealthy do. Stay great and wealthy, bringing you the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies. Thank you again. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.